How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another Flash Reviews Wednesdays. This week is Season 2, Episode 8, and this is the crossover episode for Flash and Arrow, the Flash's version. What happened is, we find out that Kendra's hot girl, and her real name's Shiara, and the reason we find out this is because Vandal Savage comes in on a boat and starts hunting her. So, he goes after her, and Barry stops him. It stops the knife from hitting Sisto, and then Vandal Savage gets away. Well, after this, Barry says he needs help and he needs to go to Star City, so they meet up with Green Arrow and the Team Arrow, Oliver and them, and they devise a plan to try to keep Kendra safe. Well, after this, Vandal Savage shows up again, and he goes up against Oliver and the rest of Team Arrow and Team Flash, and he starts throwing knives at all of them, and Flash stops all of them, and one of them hits Barry, and Barry is the Flash if you didn't know that, and he pulls it out and then he heals himself. Well, after this, Vandal Savage leaves again, and then Kendra and Sisto's out there talking and trying to figure this stuff out. And this is when Hawkman swoops down to take Kendra. Well, after this, Barry and Oliver don't know that Hawkman's a good guy and he's trying to save her. So they go after him and they devise a plan to get rid of his wings. So Oliver's shooting arrows at him, trying to distract him, and Barry uses his arms to make the tornado that he usually does to catch him in the tornado. And Oliver shoots a cable arrow at him, and it wraps around Hawkman and he falls down. Well, after this, he tells everybody who he is. This life version of his name is Connor Hawk, and his real name is, I can't remember, but Hawk Girl's real name's Shiara, and this life name of her is Kendra Saunders. And what happened, what we find out is they live a life and then they die and then they get reincarnated to a new life until they find each other again. And Vandal Savage kills them every time, and every time he kills them, he gets stronger. So, and we find out this is why Vandal Savage is after him, to try to get stronger and try to kill him and start the cycle again. Well, what is happening is they fight him again, and he goes to Central City to get this staff to make himself stronger. Well, Barry and Oliver meet him in this church, and then he goes after him, and he uses the staff, and they're trying to get it away from him, but he don't. But whenever they're fighting, as soon as he finds out that Kendra's turned into Shiara, because she jumped off the building and got her wings, he hits the staff on the ground, and it explodes this church, and Barry gets Oliver out of there. Well, after this, all the Team Arrow has to go to Central City to try to stop Vandal Savage. And when they're there, Oliver and Barry's getting coffee, and this little boy bumps into Oliver, and Oliver gives him his Flash action figure back. And the little boy goes to Oliver's ex-girlfriend, and Oliver's starting to figure out that, hold up, this is my ex-girlfriend, and she left all of a sudden. This might be my kid, and Oliver, you see that Oliver's thinking that. And we'll find more about that in the next episode. My question for y'all is, do y'all think Oliver's going to find out that this is his son? And what do you think he's going to react when he finds out it is his son? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, Juji is awesome. See y'all next time.